Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. point taken. Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Keep on the ground with Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Down at the 42-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him? Improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone. Oh, what a move. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well. and popped it free from his grasp.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. First from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. To the ground, this time Montgomery. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
His kick
is good.
Makes the score Bears 14. Lions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And now the first NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Takes this about 5 yards deep. they cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
35-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Bears.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
7.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
4-yard gain on the play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A give to Jones. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bears 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Right? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford now to throw. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deshaun Hand picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And this is fun. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 44, Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. So we got a 3-and-1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up
Partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see.
Looking for Hutchinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 21, Lions 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any up.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete.
Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Stafford sacked.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll make it third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking deep now for Amendola. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Bears.
On 1st down, Patterson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Sammy Watkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up for the extra.
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
The 28-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
At the 33.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Oh, my goodness, another interception. He's picked up here his own 48. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
2nd and 2 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 27. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chicago.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 18-yard line.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears add on. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Bears 49, Lions 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing deep for Golladay. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time.
4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Duron Harmon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Yards to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, he almost intercepted it. He's forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, able to avoid him. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember there was a player when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
A gain of 29 yards.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10. At their
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Lions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galloway. And this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good block.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 56. Lions 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I can go down there and say that to him right now. They're pretty fragile. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Gabriel complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you just hope to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford now in desperation. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Can you believe it? He misses another one. His 3rd so far.
Matt Prater to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So this